All right. Thanks a lot for viewing this small this small presentation. We are on talk show number 10, online education, new way of learning. That's the topic for today. And the guest tonight, as I said earlier, is Dr. Ritu Uppal. We are on Saturday evening talks. Before I move on, I just found, quote which I must mention here, that this is especially for the teachers who are on this show today. The technology is not going to replace great teachers. The technology in the hands of great teachers is surely can be transformational. So that's what is the topic today. How do you make the online education be more efficient than what it is today? About Dr. Ritu Uppal. She's a PhD in education technology. She is a teacher to teachers, I should say. She's an online learning specialist and mentor in the project by none other than UNESCO on a project known as Open Education for a Better World. She's an instructional design expert. And it's about her other credentials. She has set up Center for Education Technology with an institute with the name of MET Bandra in Bombay. She's an academic consultant with MET and SNDT University for Education Technology. She's program leader for Cambridge International Assessment. She's a CEO for EdExpert Online Curriculum Design Company, which is an online curriculum design company, and has supported many corporates like ILNFS, MRV, Government of India, NKCL, and NMEICT. The guys, what should be expected today? All the audience, whether you are a teacher or a student or a parent, what should be expected today? I mean, it's pretty clear from the small paragraph that you would have read in the beginning, and that's how you are here. But just 3 or 4 points probably you will derive out of this discussion today. What is online education and what it's not? It's been probably misunderstood, misinterpreted by many. So we are going to find out the difference between what it is and what it is not. Students, how to make the best out of it, and teachers, making whole exercise the most effective one for the teachers and for the students who attend this session. And getting ready for the new normal in the Indian education system. I say that because this was found out as probably the only way out, something like a majburi 6 months back, and everybody got onto it because there was no way out. The education system can continue and without going to the campuses of schools and colleges. So probably now this is going to be the new normal for quite some time, as we perceive. How do you get ready into facing this new normal in the Indian education system? Our guest today is Dr. Ritu Uppal. That's her picture. And I just want to proceed further by wishing everybody a very happy Teachers' Day. And quoting a quote here, if there were no teachers, all other professions would not exist. That's so much true for all the teachers who have worked really very, very hard as they have progressed into learning and mastering this philosophy of teaching online. I'll stop the sharing here and move on to the regular session. Before that, I'll request Dr. Ritu to please come online. Thank you, Dr. Ritu. Good to see you.
Namaskar.
Namaste, namaste. We have quite a few of us who have been looking forward to. They've had my introduction to this, and during this discussion we'll explore more about how to make the online experience, what it is all about, and how to make this experience very effective, not only for students but also for parents and teachers who have been facing this technology from last maybe 6 months or so. But before that, I would just like to lay some ground rules for all the audience, especially guys. A note to all of you, just 2 or 3 points. This session could go up to something like 80 to 90 minutes. Please remain with us. Keep yourself on mute mode and no video mode, please. Do not put on your video. Please put yourself on mute only. A few poll questions will come, guys, for those who are live on the Zoom. These questions could be, you'll be given a time frame of 15 to 20 seconds to respond to this. Just respond as quickly as possible so that we can move on by analyzing these. Okay, online education. I just give a small intro to this, and after that I'll leave the discussion open for between me and Dr. Ritu to proceed forward. Ladies and gentlemen, our honorable guest today is Dr. Ritu. Welcome, madam, to the show. The word
Namaskar
online,
and happy Teachers' Day to all my fellow teachers.
Very happy Teachers' Day to all the guys, to you especially. You are teacher of teachers. Very happy Teachers' Day to you. And to all the teachers who are on this show today. Ladies and gentlemen, the word online education has certainly changed the dynamics of how teaching is done, especially in our country. We were new to this, but unfortunately or fortunately, we have been facing this, techniques of how to make these things happen. The education should continue, must continue. The show must go on in all the campuses now which are online campuses, I should say. To begin with, many of us, which are students or teachers, never took it very seriously, 6 months ago. And assuming that in a few days we'll be back to everybody assumed that we'll be back in a few days only, say 21 days to begin with in school or college campus, but that didn't happen. Unfortunately, that became infinite and raised red flags to everyone, so that it cannot be taken lightly anymore. And that's what everybody finally realized, that we have to carry on with our stuff online only. And a lot of seriousness, I should say, started coming gradually in teachers and students too. Our dining tables, I should say, have become study tables. And that room has become a classroom, I should say, a video classroom, you can say, or a virtual classroom with a very different outlook completely, with a silence only kind of board from 8 a.m. in the morning to at least 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That was still all right. The efficacy, madam, and the parents who are online, students who are online, of learning and teaching has become questionable. With due respect to many teachers who took many real pains to learn the new technology, students fully supported by their parents, especially at the primary level, pre-primary level, also understood the new system. All that is fine. But challenges, you'll appreciate, still exist. And there's a long way to go, as I understand. Dr. Ritu will be on our show to help us understand and provide guidance to everybody who's on the show to how should this be taken. But before I do anything else, I'll request admin to please put on an opening poll to all of us that will show up on your screen, and also to those who are on FB Live. You'll be able to attend. Only those who are on Zoom will be able to attend this. Admin, can you please put on the opening poll?
You have to run the poll.
Okay, fine. All right, guys, I understood from admin, I have to run the show. So here it is on your screen. You have something like 30 seconds with you. Just mark yourself, you're a student or a parent or a trainer, teacher. And whatever you are as a profile, in your profile, student or a parent, the online education has made your life easier and fun, difficult, boring, or not much difference. I'm getting used to it. I'll give you 5 seconds more. All right, I have to end the poll and display the results on screen. Dr. Ritu, we have results on screen. Probably you can also see that. So this is the way it is. There are more parents who are online, not so many students. And there are quite a few teachers and trainers who are online who would like to, this is what is anticipated. I think that there will be more teachers and training looking at your profile who would like to learn how to make the whole thing better. And I don't know, you are surprised or not, but
no, I'm loving it. Actually,
point number 3 on question number 2.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Not much difference. I'm getting used to it. I'm so happy because I was expecting difficult and boring would be the answer. It is tied with I am enjoying it, and most of us. So that is a very positive statement with which we can start now. This is typically teacher community. Yes. What I always say is that I am also teacher by heart. जात की मैं teacher ही हूँ और वही रहूंगी. And teachers are what we would say. We are very resilient. We keep on saying नहीं होगा, ये मुश्किल है, and when the problem comes, we take it with absolutely with the horns. And this is exactly the answer is showing, and I'm very happy that it is a very positive statement when most of 47% people have said that it is difficult, but we are getting used to it. So it is a very positive statement. I think about 1.5 months back, if we would have taken, the result would have been a little different. Right? Yeah. Because now teachers are getting used to the technology.
Yeah, right. Ma'am, all stakeholders to the new education methodology now are viewing the penetration of new technology in different ways. I mean, the students look at it different way. The parents are looking at either as bound or unnecessarily getting into, helping the students out, which was earlier expected to be school or the campus responsibility. But now it's suddenly become theirs. So this question is actually, that's why this question went to the audience. We'd like you to give an understanding of the subject first with some of my questions that I'm going to raise about to you about what online education is all about. We will then have some specific points to the stakeholders, that is parents, students, and teachers on this show. So let's get going with a very basic question to you, ma'am. What exactly is online education all about?
Okay, so let me give you a small introduction that I am an educational technologist. I have done 2 years masters in educational technology. So what is educational technology? Is technology in education. That means how to use different tools in education, and technology of education, which means creating a very nice learning environment which is conducive to the learners. So what I would say is at present, online learning is only 20% of what is actually online learning. So actual online learning is what I would say in Swayam portal. If you go, you will say 4 quadrants are there. There are 4 quadrants, just like our graph paper. We have 4 quadrants. Similarly, in online education also there are 4 quadrants, because it's a very lonely environment. So you have to have communication like this, face-to-face communication. Along with that face-to-face communication, there is a need of content which needs to be shared with the student. Only sharing your PPT is not enough, or only sharing your video is not enough, because sharing video means you are repeating the same thing what you have said. What about the students who have attended? So they are only getting what you have already taught in the class. Or sharing your PPT is not okay, because PPT only has pointers. So your explanation is not there. So some content also needs to be shared. We will come to it later on, but open educational resources are available. So it's not necessary that you create all the content. You can share some URLs. There are many videos available. So that extra reading content has to be shared with them. Names of books can be there. The third quadrant, as I would say, first is our somebody speaking. Bharti Mohan ma'am, can you switch off your, yeah. So first quadrant, as I said, would be our video. Second quadrant would be content shared by us. Third is assessment. As assessment can be taken in very different manners. As sir just took a poll, this can be a formative assessment, or a recall assessment, where or how much the students already know. What did we do in the last class? Just to give 2-3 questions, and an assessment can be done. So teachers are very, very creative. You can use any method of assessment in online learning. Especially in online learning, formative assessment is very important, because we do not know how many students are physically present and mentally absent. And this is what we say in Facebook. And here physical presence is also not necessary, because I do not know how many of you are hearing, because everything is off. So as a teacher, taking assessment in between is very, very important. And the fourth quadrant is very, very important, keeping the students engaged. Normally we have discussion forum, or keeping an interactive classroom rather than one way. So how will you bring in interactivity in a classroom when everything goes together, when the entire things go together, all 4 quadrants are addressed? Then only we would say it is a good or complete online learning module.
So it's much more comprehensive than what is probably understood or interpreted as of now.
Yeah.
Is there a variety of online education, or this is just the one way you're mentioning?
So no, that is the way a typical course runs. Yeah,
education, I think.
Yes. So only video lectures, if we see only taking virtual lectures according to me is only 25%. Mm-hmm. So 75% we are still not addressing it. We have to go there.
Okay. There is a, I mean, I gathered from your profile itself that you are also a MOOC expert, MOOC. Just can you explain what exactly this is all about? MOOC, what is a MOOC?
Okay, so MOOCs are massive, as the name suggests. MOOC means massive open online course. So as I would suggest, is massive means lakhs of students log in at the same time. So they enroll to a course in lakhs, not in hundreds, not in thousands, but 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs. All over the world, the students enroll for the course. Open means, the open is the best part, let me tell you. I have done my research on MOOC only. Open is the best part, that is why I did it. It is open to anyone, anywhere in the world. So anyone means it can be a boy, it can be a girl, it can be a 5-year-old child, it can be a 90-year-old senior citizen. Yeah, I want to learn about artificial intelligence, but I am only 11th pass. But I can still enroll for the course if they permit. And it is open to entry and exit. Suppose it is an 8-week course, I can enter it anytime, I can exit anytime. So the beauty of the course is, suppose there is an 8-week course and the 3rd week का content मुझे सीखना है, बाकी मुझे सब आता है. Or I find only the 4th week का content interesting. So I can just log in, register myself, go on the 4th week and come out after that. So that openness is the beauty of MOOCs. And thirdly, it is also open because it is mostly free of cost. Till 2 years back, it was completely free of cost. Nowadays, some MOOCs are charging for certification, but education is still free. And best part about these courses is that they are being conducted by the who's who of the world. That is MIT, Stanford, Harvard, you name the Ivy League colleges, the top ranked colleges of the world, the universities of the world, and they are conducting. So you have the best education right from being conducted by the best people in the world, and it is going to the remotest, please listen to, way remotest corners of the world. So wherever you have internet connectivity, you can go and connect. Then open, online, and course is the same. So what is MOOC? Basically, lots of people can study at one point of time, but it is not mass education where it's a gadha ghoda ek samad is not the case. It is very well planned, and every aspect of and needs of the learners are being taken into consideration.
Excellent. So I'm sure this technology is going to come up in the Indian education system soon.
It has already come up in big way because Swayam,
right.
yes, it is in a big way because Swayam portal, if you SWAYAM is a very big initiative by Government of India, and we are number 2 already in the world now because of the population, and we love to study Indian. So I'm very proud to be an Indian, and please visit Swayam portal. There are many courses which are free of cost. Yes.
All right. I think that was a broad general thing about what online education is all about, and a very comprehensive way you tried to explain. Let me just come to some specific questions, especially in the context of students and parents who would have talked in. Ma'am, there are different challenges being seen by students and parents who are at different phase in life, or different phase in education, I should say. So there are students who are in pre-primary, primary level, they have a different challenge. Secondary students have a different challenge, and students who are in higher secondary or higher education have a different challenge. But I think the trickiest segment in our own families also is the pre-primary and the primary section, where the parents are finding it very challenging to handle the whole thing. I mean, literally they'll handhold writing in ABC sort of thing, or teaching a child basic tables in mathematics and things like that. So what's your view, and how the students can make the most out of this?
What I would like to say over here is that our national education policy, which has just come up now, whatever they were planning, COVID ne wo jabardasti le aaya actually.
Yes.
When we read our national education policy, it is focusing on overall development of the child. The way I think somehow 40 years back, music, dance, when I was in school, they were not considered as extracurricular activities. Nowadays, children are only studying. So all these parts, we had many periods of personality development, how to speak, how to sit, how to stand, how to communicate, music, dance, art, different kinds of handwritings also, how to write well, calligraphy, all these things were being taught in school. So now, and how was that done? There was a lot of focus on parent-teacher relationship. It was not, nowadays parents do not have time, but I think they will have to go back and take charge of their children's development and growth, academic growth also, because during online, if we expect a small child, 3-year-old, 4-year-old child to sit in front of computer for about 40 minutes, it is criminal. That is the only word I would say. So please help the child, sit with the child for some time. And if the child is not able to concentrate, the teachers are doing very good job. I'm seeing many schools have conducting lectures only 2-3 times in a week, 30 to 40 minutes, and puppets are being used, and storytelling is being used, and sometimes I feel ki main hi attend karu baith ke. So teachers are putting in a lot of effort. They may not be to the expectation of the parents, but the teachers are also progressing from face to face to online mode. So it is a challenge. It is a as Rajiv sir said, pre-primary children, it is the most difficult, because holding their attention for in an online environment is very difficult. So whatever is being done in the class, I request all the parents, sit for some time and make them practice later on. Jabardasti mat bithao unko bas.
Good. And do you have a different or a similar suggestion for secondary students, madam?
Secondary, I think the children grow up, they become more responsible. There I would feel the helicopter parenting, what we say, is that should be avoided, where the parents have to see that the child has a discipline, or what we would say, a structure. Very often I hear children saying, "आप हमको जल्दी उठा देते हो, मेरे friend तो 11-11 बजे उठते हैं." So if your child is getting up at 10 o'clock when the school is not there, and just getting up, and because it is off, they don't even bathe or do not have breakfast properly and sit in front of the computer, how do we expect them to pay attention? It is very difficult. So I would suggest, make a timetable for the secondary student, make a proper timetable, have a disciplined way, make them sit in front of the computer when they are formally dressed. If they have uniform, very good. Otherwise, make them formally dressed. Rajesh sir even puts on his shoes when he is in office hours.
Yes,
I'm sure he's this shoes on at this point of time. So
Yes.
and I remember, so what I feel is discipline is fixed time of getting up, fixed time of having lunch, as it was in school time. You have to maintain that. If you're doing that much, it is more than enough. Fixed time, fixed place to study, fixed time of playing, fixed time of watching TV, fixed time of playing games. PUBG to abhi gaya, so a lot of problem gone. But still, a lot of screen time, because now the screen time has doubled. So we have to, as parents, we have to spend more time playing board games with them, rather than giving them a mobile or a PSP and then spend time over there. So what I would say, in other classes, number one, do not make a timetable, make a disciplined timetable, not very rigid, but after school, most of the schools are getting over by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. From 1 o'clock to night 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, what are the children doing? That timing has to be monitored. And when they're sitting for studies, they have to be formally present, as if they're attending a school. That helps a lot. I'll give you an example. When we were kids, my mother used to say, "Papa ne joote pehen liye hain, ab kuch mat kehna." So as soon as my father would take a bath and then wear his shoes and then have his breakfast, he would do his little puja and then have his breakfast, and then as soon as his shoes would be on, he would be in his office mood. He was no more our father. He was a senior manager working in a corporate environment. So this is what happened, how brain plays a role in this. So as soon as the children are formally dressed, they feel we are attending a class. So I'm reiterating it again and again for the same reason. It is extremely important.
And if I talk about these students who are in higher education, like college or university, the same or something
Yeah,
different?
absolutely. Same. It is for all, actually. Pre-primary and primary, the parents will have to help them. Rest, they have to follow a strict timeline. For the higher education students, they are matured enough, they have to do it on their own. They have to take reins of their life in their own hands.
Yeah. And probably, would you like to suggest, especially to the grown-up students, the mature students, to take e-learning as part of their life and do something, incorporate that as part of regular learning also, maybe in a self-study mode or otherwise, right?
No, yeah. What I was saying is that there are many courses available. If you go to Coursera, If you go to Udemy, first of all, I would like to say is all the web. I see nowadays what I'm seeing is the students are just taking up courses. मेरे friend ने Python का course किया, मैंने भी कर दिया. या उसके बेटे ने गिटार सीखा तो मैंने भी उसको डाल दिया. Ask the student to sit and make their goals. The goal is very important. What do you want to become when you are 21 years old or 25 years old? Where do you see yourself from there? And start working towards it. So if your son wants to become an engineer, then all the courses related to engineering, many of them are available. I'm telling you, I had a class on online courses, and I was myself surprised that I could show them more than 150,000 courses going free. In online environment. Many universities are conducting, only a click away for us. So first of all, set a goal and start working towards that goal. That is very important. Randomly, please do not pick up course. So how I normally divide courses is what I would say is career enhancement goals. If you are already working for teachers or anybody, career enhancement goal, self-learning, or if I want to learn more about something. And third is hobby course. I like gardening, I like music, I want yoga or something spiritual. So you can pick up one course of each type also, because then it will help in your own holistic development. And similarly, it can be done with children also.
In fact,
secondary and higher secondary both.
Yes, in fact, Asa Aisha, when we also do a resume enhancement services for our students who would like to go abroad. So we also prescribe the same thing, especially to the students who are presently in the college system, maybe second year or third year of their engineering or whatever. So we also prescribe that you take up certain e-learning programs which are either free or certificate based. That helps you in CV building also, in case you are looking at a study abroad kind of a motive.
Many corporates are also encouraging their employees. Yeah. So take up these MOOC courses from large platforms, and then those are added to their, it adds to their value actually. No? So
yes. Yeah. Especially I insist that students who are participating in this, they must do these courses, especially if they're free and certificate based. It helps them building their resume phenomenally.
So it's not only free, but they're being conducted by best universities.
Yes.
So that is also very important.
Yes, of course. Ma'am, I been finding this kind of question in our own families also. There was always a classwork, homework sort of thing which was given to students. Classwork is done right in front of the teacher in the classroom itself, but homework comes back home and the student is expected to do that. Now the classwork thing is missing. Because there is no class. I mean, it's a virtual class, I should say, especially at the school level. So with classwork style missing now, what is the best way to replace that in that most self-disciplined way from students' perspective?
I somehow feel that there is no demarcation of classroom and classwork and homework and assessment. In an online environment, everything is holistic, basically, as I would say. And some teachers are also, some teachers I have seen in international schools and all, they are very particular. They make the children, now you write it down and upload it. So they are doing that. But I don't think in an online environment, classroom is a very important aspect. Yes. So then again, I would also say that it depends on the requirement or expectations of a particular teacher and an organization. Otherwise, I don't think there is a need of bifurcating it like that.
All right. Guys, the audience, the viewers, I'm going to put one more poll on your screen. Poll number 2 goes online. Here it goes. Answer this in 15 seconds only. Ma'am, you can also probably see that. The increased screen time which has been faced both by teachers or students has led to a particular situation. So what is it that you feel? Five seconds more. Okay, I'm going to end the polling now. Ma'am, here are the results.
Yeah, this is.
Are you surprised or?
No. I'm not at all surprised because it is a fact. Okay. So that is why I keep on telling everybody. Also makes us feel tired has got 71%, and no problem, never pays attention to it, 27%. So we do feel tired. So there are no two ways. TV देख देख के भी थक जाते हैं, picture देख के भी थक जाते हैं, तो पढ़ के तो बहुत थकेंगे. So as simple as that. So screen time makes us tired and makes the teachers also tired. Let me tell you, 2 घंटा continuously बोलना बहुत बहुत मुश्किल होता है, and especially in this environment where there is no interaction. In a classroom there is lot of energy. Same way students also, there is a lot of energy in a face-to-face environment, which is completely missing in an online environment. That is why I said the third one, discussion forum, is very, very important. So whenever I take a class, I keep my chat open. One or two students of mine have also logged in. I can see Chaitra, I can see a few more. So what I can see is that when I teach, I never cross 1.5 hours, even for what I would say 50 plus students also, or if 50 plus, I'm talking about age 40 plus, 50 plus. When I'm training teachers and deans and higher ups in education, there also we never cross 1.5 hours. And always keep your discussion forum open. After 5 minutes, 6 minutes, put in a question and ask them to chat, write it on that. It is very, very important that you engage your learners in some way or another. Polling is one way of engaging the learners. There are many, many more. Let me tell you, there are about 100 tools which you can use to engage your students in a face-to-face or virtual environment.
All right. So it's something actually to do with the motivation level of the students and the parents also who are doing this. I mean, I know what you're trying to say is from a teacher's perspective, how they can make the whole thing more experience, more motivating or engaging, I should say, by interaction.
And yes, as you are saying, from the student, it is the motivation level. So how much fire in the belly you have, you want. Yes, so the fire in the belly is very important. I keep on saying, we can put food in your mouth, you have to chew it yourself. So that students have to have that motivation. So one small suggestion जो मैं हमेशा parents को बोलती हूँ, never criticize the teachers in front of students. Never, your children, never criticize the school in front of your children, because एक बार बोलते थे ये स्कूल बेकार है, बेकार ऑनलाइन करवा रहा है, कर रहा है, उसके बाद बच्चे को बोलते एक भी क्लास मिस नहीं करना, एक भी असेसमेंट कैसे मिस कर दिया. Isn't there a large contradiction? So you tell somebody that this food is not tasty at all, and then you force them to eat that food. Isn't it contradiction? So, and let me tell you, the teachers are finding it very, very difficult, the transition. That is why I said I'm very happy that the teachers said we are, because many of them are teachers now, that we are adjusting. So what we have, the teachers are being monitored not on their content only at the moment. Previously, the teacher is a very good maths teacher, तो उसको टिक 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 हो जाता था. अभी हो जाता है वो टीचर कैसे बोलती है, वो how, whether she is tech savvy or not, how is her handwriting, and comments about everything, how good is she is in her English. So we expect a yoga teacher also, a music teacher also to be perfect in English. I think it is a little bit too much. So start appreciating your teachers, the kind of effort they are putting in. I on an average at least 80% more time they are spending, because they have to create online sessions for online environment. So, and secondly, they are not tech savvy at all. I remember my time when I joined Masters in Education Technology. I was 40 years old. And I've entered the class. मैंने बोला मैंने ना Masters of Educational Technology Computer Application कोर्स ज्वाइन कर लिया है, बट मुझे कंप्यूटर का सी भी नहीं आता है. So there are many teachers who are still in this stage, so who have actually started taking lectures in an online environment. They are not perfect. So if we are criticizing a teacher and then asking a child to attend the lecture of that teacher, it is very difficult for the child to be motivated. So be little supportive, because everybody is learning in the process. Everybody, the students are struggling, the parents are struggling. बच्चे स्कूल ही नहीं जाते हैं, पूरा दिन घर पे बैठे रहते हैं. So the parents are also struggling. No support at home, no maids at home. So it is a difficult time for everybody. So what I would suggest is that hold each other's hands and pull each other's up. That is the only way we can be doing. Screen time, of course, is difficult. So do not most of the schools are giving gaps in between each and every class, so they're designing it quite well. If they are not, you can give a suggestion that after every lecture 15 minutes break needs to be given for the children to move around. And one more thing I would like to talk about teachers is, don't become very formal. What they are doing, the teachers are very formal while they are talking, because they become conscious, because not only the student listening to them, the parents are also hovering around, and most of the schools have got moderators who are helping and moderating their session. So there is a higher up or another teacher viewing while you are teaching. So it is very stressful for the teachers, but try to make it little, what would say, little informal, so that the students can talk. Do not behave the same way as you are behaving, and keep quiet, sit down. Online environment, keep quiet, sit down तो चलता ही नहीं है, तो sit down बोलेंगे वो लोग उठ के चले जाते हैं. So the purpose is that we have to market ourselves well. The teachers have to market ourselves very well. That has become very important in an online environment.
Right. Guys, I'm going to put one more poll question on your screen before I move on. This is poll number 3. Okay, so you have this on your screen. Ma'am, you can also please read it. This is specifically for parents, and what the current teachers expect the parents to be like. I can read it for you. I'm a parent, but not a professional teacher, and not comfortable with technology also. Options for me are: learn basics, take responsibility, let my child go with what he wants to do. And I mean, there could be a third option: take another tutor, which will probably also be online. All right, I'll close the poll in 5 seconds. Okay, I'm closing the poll now. These are the results, ma'am. Full surprise? What do you have to say? What? Point number 3 is this point is a preference also maybe by some people.
Yeah, why not?
That's
Why
one
not?
way.
Yeah, it is not wrong. It is not wrong.
Actually,
Learn
right,
my-
because
let
probably
my
there could be
child go
subjects
with
that
the
are
speed and
beyond me.
mind.
For example, as a parent, could be physics, it could be, at a complex level that I'm not capable of handling. So nothing wrong in doing that, I think.
So most of the parents have said that they should be taking responsibility because it is my child. So I have to take little
Absolutely.
responsibility. At the end of the day, बच्चा मेरा है तो responsibility तो मेरी होनी
Very
चाहिए.
okay, isn't there?
मैं तो यही मैं हमेशा ऐसे बोलती हूँ. See, I am a teacher at heart, and I've been teacher for so long. But I heard somebody saying कि एडमिशन कहाँ कराना चाहिए, आईसीएसई, सीबीएसई, ऐसे ऐसे बात हो रहा था. मेरे हस्बैंड ने कैजुअली, मेरे से कोई पूछ रहा था, मेरे हस्बैंड ने कैजुअली ऐसे बोल दिया, किसी भी स्कूल में डाल दो. टीचर और स्कूल एट द एंड ऑफ द डे पेरेंट्स को पसंद नहीं आते. so why at the end of the day you have to take responsibility of your own child. It is important that if your child is a grown up, let them, the second option is also good. Some parents, if their child is in 8th, 9th and 10th standard, let the child take the responsibility. Smaller children will need help of the parent, and there is no harm in taking help of tutors who are also conducting online classes, and they are doing a good job.
So all 3 of them are actually the
right, it depends on your own position and your thinking.
सही बोल रहे हो आप. हाँ, तीनों ही options सही हैं, depend करता है subject के ऊपर, level के ऊपर, and so on.
And अपना thinking के ऊपर भी. कई लोगों को होल्ड करना अच्छा लगता है कि मेरे बच्चे की प्रगति पूरा मैं करूंगी, और कई लोगों को लगता है छोड़ दो, बच्चा अपने आप करेगा. और कई लोगों को लगता है wherever you need help, I am there, I'll help you. Either I will help or I'll appoint a teacher to help. So it depends on a person. Yeah, this is what I say. Yeah, so it is very personal, I somehow feel. So we have got good results. Yeah.
Do you prescribe, especially for college students, any supplementary programs for the same subject? Does it make some sense to them?
See, what many colleges have also done.
Maybe once again, programs could be online. Or
I would say many. Why not? When we used to read books at our time, we we were not privileged enough to have online courses at our point of time. And then nowadays, when online courses were also they were very expensive. But now there are so many courses are being offered free and at knockdown prices also. If you go to Udemy, 7,000 8,000 वाला कोर्स 299 199 499 में ऑफर हो रहा है. सो अगर फ्री में इतने चीप में मिल रहा है एंड इंटरनेशनल फैकल्टी आपको सिखा रहे हैं, सो आई थिंक इट मेक्स सेंस दैट वी एनरोल आवर स्टूडेंट्स, our children, to these courses and encourage them to appear and expose them to international way of learning. See, simple things like their accent, their way of presentation. You are exposing your children to different environment, which is their language may be different, their way of talking will be different. The language, it is English, but how it is being, how formal or informal is it, or how, what accent it is. So let us expose them to that part of learning also, besides the content. The content of course will be very good, and then there is, what I would say is, the learning is objective based in a course. Many colleges and schools have also done, they have had a tie up with these big platforms, and they have included this course as learning only. So if you have done this course and you have got a pass certificate, that means you have already learnt it. So uske marks aapko automatically mil jayenge. Is college mein wo padhaya hi nahi ja raha hai, because instead of me, somebody else, a better person is teaching. So what's wrong in that? So that is also a very good avenue available for higher education and even school learning. There are many MOOCs being run for Indian education also.
Okay. Overall, we are trying to get used to the situation today, which is like forced students, parents, teachers, everybody to go online for learning and teaching. But what is your feeling over a period of time, and especially with the new education policy, which is forecasted to start getting implemented from next year, next academic year onwards, probably? Is online education or e-learning system or MOOCs, is it here to stay, or is it just a temporary getting used to kind of thing? And if yes, how should students, parents, etc., be prepared to incorporate that in their typical learning system, I should say?
See, what I would like to say is that it is going to stay. How it is going to stay will depend on the acceptability of individual institutions, but it may not stay in this present format in which everything is online. But the best way I feel is the blended learning mode, wherein part of it is done online and part of it is done face to face. So there, in a course which is about 100 marks, or a 40 in a postgraduate level, we have 40 hours of teaching in one subject. So we can identify as lecturers or teachers that itna part jo hai wo online jayega and itna part face to face hoga. The concept which we feel which are difficult in an online environment, people like us who are instructional designer, we can convert everything into online mode because we have been trained to do that. But all teachers may feel that ye face to face mein hi acha hoga, ye concept thoda mushkil hai. So those will be done in face to face environment and rest can be converted into online. So what happens is, lot of energy of the teachers is saved actually. Imagine out of 40 hours, if 20 hours is converted online, automatic assessment hota hai, and every year you can upgrade the course little bit, and you have more time for your research, you have more time to upgrade yourself and your course also. So I think it is going to stay, and better option, it will be utilized in a much better manner in the years to come.
All right.
I would like to mention over here that Kasturi Rangan committees, beside Dr. Kasturi Rangan, the first name is Dr. Vasudha Kamath. She is an educational technologist. So she has seen to it that educational technology is a major part of the future growth of the children and the teachers. So it is a future. So it has been integrated in such a way that online education, using technology in education is going to stay, because it is the future. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. Yeah.
Everybody. मैम, थोड़ी देर पहले आपने MOOCs का रेफरेंस दिया था, Udemy का रेफरेंस दिया था, और वहाँ पे कुछ कोर्सेज होते हैं. ऐसा देखा गया है कि बच्चे जो हैं, आपने भी बोला 15,000 का या 8,000 का कोर्स है, 10,000 का कोर्स है, अब 499 रुपए में 400, 500, 600 रुपए मिल रहा है. तो students probably will get a sudden liking for, let me do this also, that also, etc., and not really aligned to their career goal. So what is your advice to the students, man, for these kind of programs which are cheaply available?
See, I will look at it in two ways. Okay, one is that, as I said, that if they have a clear cut goal, if a student has got a clear cut goal, then it will help them to go reach that goal, because they are learning in an international environment, learning from the best people. The other thing is, if the student is not exposed, this is the time. If you are not fixed, ki ye bhi try kar lo, ye bhi try kar lo, ye bhi try kar lo, and at the end of the day, then you select what this is what I really like, because you are able to taste it. Otherwise, it is so expensive that it is difficult to taste the subjects. So you can use it as a teaser. Ki bahut sare bache, why do we ask our children to not to do MBA immediately after our engineering? We say take a break of 2-3 years. Why? Because you become a manager, and then you see whether you are liking the marketing part, whether you are liking finance, or whether you are liking HR, and then you take up your MBA. So similarly, as I would say, you can do it for both the reasons, but don't leave the opportunity of going online and learning, because so much is available free of cost. Even Zoom, Google Classroom, Microsoft, everybody is helping. So take the opportunity, don't let it go waste.
All right. On behalf of TASA Asia and our students and parents, I must compliment a few teachers who are today logged onto our system, and they are doing an excellent job. At least some of them are really appreciative job during the pandemic period. We are aware that you are really doing a lot of hard work and converting the traditional education system to online education system the way it is progressing today, and ensuring that students' education and learning continues. And I must appreciate that. The experience of coming on camera, which you have never imagined probably earlier in life, was not easy for many. And teaching without a blackboard and whiteboard wasn't easy too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been a teacher myself, so I know these are the main tool missing. How does it feel to be? But really, many teachers found innovative, creative ways to demonstrate and teach. Limited resources, of course, are available at home. Like they create challenges, like subjects like those that need a laboratory support system, etc. Science-based subjects, they're not available. Those facilities not existing. But then teachers are taking time to find online videos and showing those. So really commendable job that is for all the teachers who are doing this kind of thing. Dr. Ritu, let me ask you a few questions on behalf of some teachers and professors who are probably logged on to our show. We'd like to have them take the benefit of your rich experience in curriculum design, pedagogy, and train the teachers projects that you do. Migration from face-to-face to online, what exactly does it encompass for a teacher? And especially when we are used to teaching in a traditional way of using a blackboard and the class in front of you. So what does it encompass really?
So first of all, I would say
the main thing I should say, eye contact completely missing. You cannot deroify any student who is doing any mischief.
Correct.
आप देख भी रहे हो नहीं भी वो आपको देख रहे हैं आप नहीं देख पा रहे हो.
Correct. Because most of the schools have taken Google Classroom, which is like speaking to a wall. So yeah. So first of all, I want to congratulate all my fellow teachers, because they are doing a commendable job. It is very difficult what you all are doing. So kudos. What I would like to say is that try to create the same kind of environment which you are teaching in a classroom. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, जो भाषा आप क्लास में यूज करते हो वो ही यूज करो. ज्यादा फॉर्मल मत हो. नंबर 1,
कुछ भी आर्टिफिशियली मत करो. डोंट
आर्टिफिशियली मत करो. मेरे को याद है जो मैं पहले अभी भी मैं जब क्लास लेती हूँ तो बोलते हैं कि रितु मैम, मैं कई बार बोलती हूँ मुझे अपना वीडियो देखना अच्छा नहीं लगता, क्योंकि वो ऐसा लगता है कि एकदम ऐसे नॉर्मली बात कर रही हूँ, जैसे जब मैं बाकी लोगों को देखती हूँ एकदम फॉर्मली ऐसे करके करते हैं.
But then probably they become camera conscious, you see.
Or maybe the school expects them to be formal. I do not know that, because I'm not no more working for a school. So what I somehow feel is don't be too formal, because then everything becomes very formal and boring. It's like corporate meeting then. Don't make your classroom a corporate meeting. So first I would like to say that. And as you all know, there are different kinds of learners. So when we are speaking like this, we are only addressing one kind of learner, or maximum two kinds of learner, the visual learner and an auditory learner. So what about the kinesthetic learner? What are we doing for them? So what should we do for them? So there are many tools which you have to explore for that. So there are gamification tools are there. So if you want to show a video, don't show it on your this. Share it in the WhatsApp and ask the student to click and see. अभी आप लोग क्लिक कर रहे हो तो अच्छा लग रहा है ना. तो मैंने ये ऑब्जर्व करा है कि इन माय एडल्ट क्लासरूम I now train only adults. So even in my adult classroom I ask them, so if I show you a video, do you like it? Or when you receive it on your WhatsApp, you like it? Let me tell you the same video. So but when you have control over your learning, the students like it. So plan your lesson in such a way that you're giving some kind of control to the learner, and you can ask them to switch on their videos and audios for some time. पूरा time off करके एकदम strict classroom teacher. मैं बहुत strict teacher थी by the way. जब मैं स्कूल में टीचर थी तो मैथ्स पढ़ाती थी, ग्रामर पढ़ाती थी और strict थी. लेकिन अब मैं ये देख रही हूँ ऑनलाइन एनवायरनमेंट में थोड़ा सा, बिकॉज वो लोग उठ के भाग सकते थे. I'm again telling you, you have to market yourself well. So you will have to change, you have to lure the children to stick to your class. How will you do it? So you have to interact with them, make your classes interactive. That I would say that is the most important. Yeah,
that's right. Do you suggest today's teachers to make certain investments? You said that this is going to stay. This kind of system is going to stay. May not be in exactly the same format. That is work from home kind of a thing, but it's going to stay. So do you suggest any investments, technology investments or others to be taken by the teachers?
So मेरे को मारेंगे अगर मैं टीचर्स को बोलूंगी कि लैपटॉप ले लो, but I don't think there is a choice we have now. So we are investing in time, we are investing in knowledge, but अभी कपड़े वपड़े जूते वूते ट्रांसपोर्ट की जगह में एक लैपटॉप अच्छा हमको लेना पड़ेगा, because it is going to stay. We are struggling to type, but we will be getting it. So by the end of COVID, we will be all tech savvy, and it is going to stay. So if you're teaching through a mobile, invest on a chota sa simple sa computer, because the learning environment on a laptop is much better for a student rather than learning if a teacher is teaching through a mobile. So there I would like to suggest that invest on attending a few courses which is telling you how to training you with different tools. I do not expect कि आप लोग what teachers are doing nowadays is they are making their videos and uploading. That is not required. Don't make your own. When you are there, why you need to make your own video? वही PPT होती है, उसके ऊपर video recording करके वो upload कर देते. What is the point? Instead of that, there are so many open educational resources which you can download. There are many worksheets. You can use those worksheets and start looking for different worksheets everywhere, and then share with that. So invest on training and invest on basic, as I would say, a good laptop or a personal computer, because it is going to stay now. It is change. We don't like it, but आ गया है, अभी हम पीछे नहीं जा सकते हैं. ये बात तो मानी हुई है.
Okay. In order to improve the efficacy of teaching,
Yeah.
do you recommend to teachers to just not be only talkative, but also support certain tools like presentations or videos, etc.? Do you have any?
Yeah. You want me to show something? I have made a small. Normally, I show it. Should I do it?
If you have the rights, probably.
Yeah, just a minute. Do I have it?
Admin, these rights are available to her.
Or I will just tell. So there are basically, when we are there, there are. I normally say there are 4 to 5 aspects in a typical classroom session. So there is a recall
Ritu, madam,
session.
you are now a co-host. I made you co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, your screen is visible, madam.
Why is Bing here? That is what I was seeing. Let me show you Coursera once, huh? Since I'm here, yeah. Can you see this Coursera?
It's coming up. Yeah, I can see the screen.
See now, Coursera free courses, if you see, this is what I was talking about, MOOCs. So you have free online courses on Coursera, collection, Python basic, this 3,32,000 results, see. So you have so many courses. It is taking time to open. I will just say it because
okay,
it's
fine.
taking time.
I
Because
can
of
read my question in case you want. Do you advise any tools to be used by
so I will be
by the
telling
trainers
them,
or the teachers?
so there are tools available for stop sharing. So there are tools. It is very slow. The internet is very slow, so it's not opening. So basically, there are tools available for recall. There are tools available for assessment. So there are tools available for content sharing. Then there are tools available for formative and formative assessment and summative assessment. So you can use those various tools for making your classroom interesting. So how will you can use PPT, everybody's using. So you can use a picture. I very often start my class with a picture. I just show a house on fire and then ask the learners, what do you see in this? And then they come up with answers on chat. I see this, I see that. Then I tell them, okay, now you are a person who's inside the house. How are you feeling now? Then they will answer on chat. Now I tell them, now you are a mayor of the city where this house is on fire. Now you tell me. So you are giving them different roles. And I am asking questions and they are writing on chats. So if there are less number of students, what you can do is ask them to speak up. In Zoom, there are rooms also available. So you can actually do cooperative and collaborative learning, active learning, constructivist learning, everything in an online environment. Online environment is not, what I would like to say, a deterrent in the kind of teaching you want to do in for a teacher. So there are hundreds of tools available. Go online and ask for open educational resources. There are many resources also available. There are CBSE, if you are teaching, so CBSE, there is an app. On that app, you will see that entire content from class 1 to class 12 it has been collated, and there is a video, there is a PDF file, there is assessment, everything is there for all the subjects. Similarly, there are a lot of ePathshala is another app on which everything is available. NRE, OER, there are lot of content available. You go to Merlot. Merlot is another site which has got humongous resources for students as well as teachers. It is a library actually, and you name it and it is available on Merlot. Pennsylvania University's library has got, I can speak for 2 hours only on open educational resources. So तभी मैं teachers को बोलती हूँ, अपने आप क्यों बनाते हो, इतना सब कुछ तो available है, उसी को start using that instead of reworking and reworking. UNESCO में जो मेरा project है, it is about जहाँ मैं mentor हूँ, it is about open educational resources only. Indian teachers and teachers all over the world are creating open education resources and putting it on web, so anybody can use it. So अभी वो times have gone जब हम वो टीचर स्टूडेंट्स बोलेंगे कि अरे ये टीचर ने किसी और का यूज किया. You have to be smart. It is when very good resources available. अगर ब्लूम्स टैक्सोनॉमी सिखा रहे हैं और ब्लूम्स का ही अगर पीपीटी है, ब्लूम्स का ही अगर वो है, तो फिर ऋतु उपल कौन होती है? So let the children learn from Bloom's itself, no? So why should I be interpreting Bloom's and then teaching and putting it my own? So I would advise, use lot of educational resources are there. Use videos, use polls, and there are a lot of apps available. In gamification apps are available. Investment जो Mr. Rajiv Kumar ने बोला था, one more investment the teachers can make is enroll themselves on a few websites where free, if not free, very marginal amount, the many educational resources and assessment resources are available. Games are available. uh, uh, with the school can actually, if you ask the school, they can enroll, and then all the teachers can use it. Otherwise also it is very cheap. Most of them are 100 200 rupees a month, not much. But the return is much more than that. Another place which is very common, but it is very useful, is Pinterest. If you just
Interest.
Google digestive system and Pinterest, so somebody has made page for you. पूरे वर्ल्ड में से बेस्ट लोगों ने बनाया हुआ है. आई थिंक देयर आर ओनली ऑन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम देयर आर 18 19 20 पेजेस. So somebody has collated content, everything is available. So visit Pinterest. Teachers have made you resources. Go to SlideShare. There are ready-made PPTs available. Then there is what I would say, TeacherTube. You go, most of us go to TeacherTube and TEDx. Instead of that, you please go to TeacherTube. Now, TeacherTube is a channel in which all the content is for teachers. So it is authentic content. So you just can't upload on it. So you upload your content, somebody will be checking about the authenticity, and then only it will be published. YouTube में क्या होता है, मेरे को चाहिए, किसी को भी चाहिए, तो वो अपना अपना अपलोड कर देते हैं. You are not sure whether it is right or wrong, but the content on TEDx is authentic content because it has been reviewed by a panel of experts. So what I would suggest is use the www. Train yourself and make your classrooms interactive. That helps a lot.
Okay. एक सवाल आपके दूसरे सवाल में से, just a question that comes in my mind out of a question that you answered sometime just a few minutes ago about the investments to be done by by the teachers or by the students, etc. There has been lately a lot of news coming up in the newspapers and otherwise also about the examination being taught or being delayed for some random reasons, like these campus facilities are not good enough to take care of the pandemic situation, etc. So can the exam be taken? Should it be taken online? Should it be taken at home or otherwise? So the online exam system is not a traditional system. The students have been, used to sitting through on a desk and a bench and appearing in the system. So when it goes, if it goes online, what are the different types of testing and how will it test students' learning, especially from a subjective question point of view?
Yeah, so subjective is the area where AI is not working very well. So what I would suggest is there are 3 to 4 ways which we can do it. One is the traditional way. कि बच्चा लिखता है, and you can use Zoom, WebEx, Google Classroom. The child sits in front of the camera and the child writes and clicks a picture and sends it on WhatsApp, or the child writes and uploads on the system if you have got a learning management system. Some schools have invested on learning management system, so you can upload on learning management system. The other way which is being used is that you type in the system itself. So now we बोलेंगे कि बच्चे लोग को लिखना नहीं आता है, लेकिन कई systems के अंदर में voice recording भी possible है. So if a child is saying, it will type. So that is also there. And the third alternative is completely proctored exams, I would say. The state-of-the-art examination is possible, in which some companies are providing facilities of the child logging into a system, and then a question paper appears and you type in your answer or you speak your answer, and you are being monitored by the camera. The school child is being monitored every 5 seconds. There is a picture being taken, and video, every student is videographed. So if the child is perceived to be copying from by the student, immediately एक बार दो बार warning आती है, उसके बाद में बंद हो जाता है. And there is and the best part of it is that you cannot change the windows. So that means you cannot Google or you cannot go to any other window because the window is locked. So cheating karna possible, technologically possible nahi hota hai. Even if there is another device like a mobile around, it will detect it. And if somebody is moving around speaking, there is a parent अगर आवाज कर रहा है और बोल रहा है, answers dictate कर रहा है, तो वो भी catch हो जाता है. So this is proctored examination, which is also available. So availability is there, but at a large scale, as you are saying, government का करने के लिए you need to have lot of iteration. You have to try it at that large scale. You need to have some kind of what to say, we need to practice it 2-3 times, and then only it is implemented. So that is missing. So that is why governments at that level it is not possible, but school level many have already started doing it.
मैम हम जब हमारे बच्चे जब पढ़ रहे होते हैं तो ऐसा देखा गया है कि सडनली ऑडियो ऑफ हो जाएगा, वीडियो चला गया. So there are some technical glitch or technical issues that come up sometimes, you know. I'm sorry, I'm popping out a technology related question here in between. But should the teacher who is teaching, should he or she have some knowledge of handling the tech issue at that time, or what? How does it get handled? I'm a physics teacher, I'm a mathematics teacher. I'm just knowing how to handle, you know, Zoom technology. That's it. I've been trained only to do that. I'm good in maths, but not in technology. How do I handle that?
हाँ. So सर ये बात जो आपने बहुत अच्छी करी है मेरे को, जब मैंने 12 साल पहले सेंटर ऑफ एजुकेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी मुंबई एजुकेशनल ट्रस्ट में स्टार्ट किया था. दिस इज द फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड इन इंडिया. So we started taking teachers from face to face to blend it to online learning. That was our purpose, and then standardizing education and making it more learner friendly. So this is what this is exactly what the sir said. अरे आपने हमारे पीपीटी में इतना सारा वीडियो डाल दिया है, 120 स्टूडेंट्स को हम लोग कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग ऐसे ग्रुप बना के कैसे पढ़ाएंगे? तो हम बोलते थे सर कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग आते हैं शुरू में. या फिर आप अपने बच्चों को बुला लें. नहीं, इज्जत का फलूदा हो जाता है अगर हम उस वक्त वीडियो नहीं चली. So what has happened? This has to come out of our mind. That अगर एक टेक्निका भी मेरा नहीं चला ना, आपने देखो तो मेरी कोई ऋतु उत्पल का इज्जत का फालूदा नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि this was not working because the content is here. अगर मेरे पास पीपीटी नहीं होगा तो मेरे को मालूम है ना, मुझे बोलो मैं ऐसे ही यार सारे बोल दूंगी. पीपीटी नहीं होगा तो क्या टीचर्स पढ़ा नहीं सकते हैं? पढ़ा सकते हैं. It is only being used so that more students find it more interesting. So sometimes the technology will work, sometimes the technology may not work. At that point of time, that we should not be expecting the teachers to take care of anything, because besides Zoom, you do not have your classroom, you do not have any control. And there has to be some tech support given by the organization, which is very important.
I think over here also very convincing. That will be very convincing to the teachers who are attending this program.
No, because वो लगता है, मैं भी टीचर हूँ, तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगी कि सब कुछ टीचर के ऊपर छोड़ना
नहीं आ सकता है. हाँ,
नहीं हो सकता. It's not possible.
हमारे सब्जेक्ट की जिम्मेदारी लेते हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी की जिम्मेदारी
हाँ नहीं हो सकता.
किसी और को लेना पड़ेगा सामने आकर.
So it is always better, and I think most of the schools are giving that kind of support.
Yes, I know.
Yes. So if you are not giving, you can always ask. Please ask. I think many at the time those institutes are not realizing that there is a need. Please ask. They will help.
Okay. एक नेगेटिव के बारे में मैंने बताया था आपको कि एक आई कांटेक्ट जो होता है, जिससे स्टूडेंट को डरा करके कैसे भी करके उसको देखते हैं, तो घूर के देखना ही काफी होता है बच्चे को. You know, then he starts, you know, not moving around, maneuvering his head here and there, and he starts looking at the teacher and starts the whole thing seriously. This is not possible.
वो टाइम निकल गया अभी आई कांटेक्ट वाला, वो वापस मुंह करके देखते हैं बच्चे आजकल.
वो नहीं देख पाते हैं.
जनरली टीचर्स मेरे को यही बोलते हैं, क्लासरूम में सच्चाई क्या है पता नहीं.
And still they need a control. So एक आपने बताया तरीका, for example, आप उसको सेशन को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाओ, but is there any other way you can suggest कि ये कंट्रोल बना रहे besides the self motivation on part of the student?
Sir, yeah. So I do not like the word control somehow because it थोड़ा सा पीछे ले जाती है हमको. So I basically feel that the child has to be motivated enough to attend. So how to keep the child motivated? Because nowadays the motivation level, what I would say, attention span has really fallen down. When I did my educational technology in 2005, we were told 20 minutes is the attention span of a student. So after every 20 minutes, if you are planning a session of 1 hour, so every 20 minutes there should be break. So some kind of activity or some kind of thing has to be there. Unfortunately, it has come down to 6 minutes now.
Okay.
So every 5 to 6 minutes, तभी आप देखिए videos कितने छोटे छोटे हो गए हैं. पहले लंबे लंबे वीडियोस होते थे. इवन वीडियोस जो आईआईटी वगैरह ने स्वयं में अपलोड किए हुए 1.5 घंटे के वीडियोस है, अभी कोई देखेगा भी नहीं उनको. They are the best people teaching, but it is 1.5 hours नहीं पर देखते हैं. बट वो अभी टिकटॉक क्यों चला है? क्योंकि 30 सेकंड्स के अंदर में आप मैसेज कन्वर्ट कर रहे हो. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ अटेंशन स्पैन द स्टूडेंट्स हैव. सो व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू से इज ओनली वे ऑफ डूइंग इज learning your learner, learning about your learner. More you know about your learner, the better will be your teaching. जैसे हमको पढ़ाया गया था वैसे हम नहीं पढ़ा सकते, वो that is just not possible even in classroom environment, and teachers will support. And similarly even in online में तो एकदम ही नहीं कर सकते, वो आराम से स्विच ऑफ करके चला जाता है, तो मम्मी को बोल देते हैं कि मम्मी वो इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी नहीं थी इसलिए क्लास नहीं चल रही थी। तो मैं बार बार घूम के यही आज फिर के यही आ जाऊंगी कि अपने आप को मार्केट अच्छी तरह से करो, एंड बीच बीच में फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट्स लेते रहो, so that the child knows that if you are missing that pole. So immediately the teacher comes to know that you are missing, out of 4 polls you have attended only 3 polls, out of 4 polls you have attended only 2 polls, where were you? So some kind of formula you will have to devise through which, or you can randomly ask a question, you know this, your names of your students, that Preeti, give me answer of this question, switch on your mobile and give me the answer of this question, so that they know that anytime let me tell you, these answers are marked, बिकॉज मार्क्स की लैंग्वेज ही समझते हैं, क्या करें। सॉरी मैं ये बात बोल रही हूँ, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन
सही बोल रहा, कुछ ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा। इसमें तो ऐसा प्रोग्राम है कि 1 घंटे के बीच में कमर्शियल ब्रेक भी नहीं आएगा।
करेक्ट। सो वी हैव टू, so if the currency is marks, they understand, then we need to have the currency, the same currency. And I forgot to tell you, in exams we can also add what I would say, portfolios. Portfolios are very good. I really recommend portfolios, wherein e-portfolio can be created, e-books can be created by students. There are very good websites where e-books can be created. Ask a school, after a student, give him a nice question and ask them to create an e-book and upload it. Or you can ask give them a picture. I'm just giving you an example. Give them a picture, and instead of asking them to write a composition on it, ask them to create a video and send it. Let me tell you, they are too creative. They beat us hands on in technology. So they will bring in, use such beautiful मैं कई बार टूल सिखा रही होती हूँ और मेरे को लगता है अरे मेरे को 100 टूल्स पता है, यही वाले सेशन में मेरे को 10 और मिल गए, बिकॉज मेरे भी स्टूडेंट्स जो होते हैं वो टीचर्स होते हैं, उन्होंने बहुत कुछ एक्सप्लोर किया होता है. सो सिमिलरली द स्टूडेंट्स नो वेरी वेल. सो पोर्टफोलियो कैन बी देयर, ओपन बुक एग्जाम्स कैन बी देयर. Only thing is, both these places the teachers have to be at a higher level. Creating these exams is not as simple as are normal, yeah, because they have to be on under Bloom's taxonomy, analysis and higher level, analysis, synthesis and evaluation level of questions can be asked in open book examination or portfolio kind of examination, so that there is no cheating or copy pasting what the children are doing. सॉरी सर, मैं भूल गई थी, मैंने सोचा था ये बोलूंगी. या
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं मैडम, आपको मैं थोड़ा ब्रेक देता हूँ 15-20 सेकंड का, और एक पोल छोड़ते हैं हम दर्शकों के लिए. व्यूअर्स, यू विल हैव अ पोल राइट इन फ्रंट ऑफ योर स्क्रीन. दिस इज पोल नंबर 4. Here it goes. You have 15 seconds to answer this question. If you are a student, as a student, I did my last year in a regular way. This year, the semester is purely online, and I feel the dilution of content and compromise with more free time now. Second question, I find my content equally or more loaded than before, expecting me to work harder. If you are a student or a parent, you can answer this. Actually, the teachers can also respond. Hurry up, quick, please. Ma'am, you can see the results. This is the way it goes.
This is not.
आपका वीडियो ऑफ हो गया मैडम. Yes, I can see you, and so can the audience. Okay, this is the result which has come in.
I can't see the result, but you can just tell me. I think the lower one, the second answer, was leading when I saw it.
Yes, can you see it now?
78 and 22. I find my content equally or more loaded than before, expecting me to work harder, and I feel dilution of content and compromise with more free time now.
Okay,
so this is by students or by parents? Yeah,
I do not know this, but whatever it is, you'll have to give your comments to this.
See,
If it is for
basically
a
what
student,
I
how
have
should
seen.
this? Okay, you can give both the answers. If it is for a student, how should it be viewed? And if it is for a teacher, then how should that be viewed?
What I feel is कि for a student they are feeling that कि बहुत जल्दी because the amount of time, as you said, classwork homework नहीं हो रहा है, so everything is homework, and let me tell you, students are not organized and disciplined, because of which what is happening, enough practice is not happening, it is not formal, nothing is formal, everything has become very casual that way. कि class attend कर ली, उसके बाद exam जब होगा तो करेंगे. So from a student's point of view, what I feel, they feel कि बहुत जल्दी हो रहा है. So why is it happening jaldi is because there is no interaction between the teacher and the student. So what from the teacher's point of view, if I say, most of the schools have diluted the content. Actually, they have been asked in the month of April, when I start March, जहाँ जब lockdown हुआ तो मैंने बोलना शुरू कर दिया था. At that point of time बोलते थे तुम मैम क्या बोल रहे हो, because I could see कि अभी आया है कोविड तो 5-6 महीने रहने वाला है, लेकिन एक्सेप्टेंस आने में टाइम लग जाता है. एवरीबडी वाज सेइंग अरे जून के बाद देखेंगे. अरे मैं बोला आप एग्जाम का बोल रहे हो, नेक्स्ट टर्म का क्या, स्टार्ट प्लानिंग योर नेक्स्ट टर्म. सो when they started planning the next term, I told 40% minimum content cut हो जाएगा. So you have to use only the core areas. So you cannot skip grammar, you cannot skip maths. So those have to be done, because next year otherwise the students will suffer. So similarly, but most of the good schools I have seen, they have diluted the content in a very smart manner, wherein they are teaching concepts, but they are not taking formal. Like suppose they are taught a chapter in geography, so they say इसमें खाली objective आएगा, इसमें खाली map work आएगा, इसमें खाली ये आएगा. So they fix their learning objective and assess the student accordingly. But this is what the schools are feeling कि हमने तो कम कर दिया है content. टीचर्स के ऊपर जो आ रहा है, if now I go to teachers point of view, टीचर्स को डबल प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ता है. Those who are used to chalk and talk, उनको PPTs बनानी पड़ रही हैं, which is time consuming, और PPT बनाना भी नहीं आता है, let me tell you. So that is another challenge. So it is challenge. It is like housewives who do not know cooking and suddenly maids have stopped coming. So what is your halat? Please have empathy for teachers. उनकी वही हालत है. वो हाउसवाइफ भी हैं, घर में बच्चे भी हैं, हस्बैंड भी हैं, सब कुछ कर रही है, प्लस बच्चों को पढ़ा रही है. So for teachers, the workload has become double, and there is salary cut on top of that, because many parents, I think, have not paid, or whatever is the reason. I don't want to get into it, but there is salary cut in some schools and colleges also. Thirdly, where we go is the students. The students are feeling the pressure because only 1.5 hours में एक poem पढ़ा दी, and they are only listening, and screen time is very tiring, and they feel it is not enough. In a classroom situation where there is a lot of interaction, the teachers can actually have a role play. The teacher can actually take them for a treasure hunt. The teacher can actually create a group learning environment, which is missing in the online environment. Not because the student is a problem. The problem is the teachers are still basing on the content, and the transition from content transfer to pedagogy will take little time. So at present, they are struggling with sharing of content. So changing their pedagogy will take little more time. So that is why the stress as they are feeling. What I feel is, don't feel stress, because everybody, the best part of it is everybody is sailing in the same boat. This is what I tell everybody. ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे बच्चा का 12th का एग्जाम है तो वो उसकी तैयारी नहीं है क्योंकि यहाँ फ्लड्स आए हैं महाराष्ट्र में. अगर फ्लड आए हैं तो यार सब जगह आए हैं, पूरे वर्ल्ड में आए हैं. So entire world, the students are at the same level. So let me tell you, our India is doing a good job that way.
मैम, आपने प्रोग्राम के शुरुआत में एक शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया था, हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग. तो मुझे पता है, लेकिन ऑडियंस की भलाई के लिए, उनकी नॉलेज के लिए आप थोड़ा सा इसको एक्सपेंड करिए. क्या होता है? Unknowingly there are students who are doing it. Sorry, there are parents who are doing this. What exactly it is, and why should it be avoided?
Yeah, that was the first answer में भी आया था, वो दिखा था हेलीकॉप्टर
आपने
पेरेंटिंग.
बिल्कुल
शायद
शुरुआत
तभी मेरे
में
मुंह से
इस
निकला
टूल का इस्तेमाल किया था.
करेक्ट, तभी मेरे मुंह से इसीलिए निकला था क्योंकि मैंने देखा भी उसमें फर्स्ट पोल में इट रिफ्लेक्टेड, आई हैव टू टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ माय चाइल्ड्स एजुकेशन. So part of it is helicopter parenting, as I say. काजोल की कोई पिक्चर भी आई थी उसके ऊपर में कि we start thinking कि मेरा बच्चा मैं हूँ, I am my child. And then when I was a child, I used to do like this. I was a child, I used to do like that. And you are not studying enough, you are not doing this enough, and then you sit on their head. लेट मी टेल यू, वो आसपास घूमता है. हेलीकॉप्टर क्यों बोलते हैं? हेलीकॉप्टर कैसे गोल गोल घूमता है ना, ऐसे पेरेंट जो है वो बच्चे के गोल साथ साथ गोल गोल घूम जाता है. सो मैं कई बार ये सजेस्ट करती हूँ, छोड़ दो बच्चे को. दिस इज द टाइम टू लीव. आई थिंक कोविड इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू लीव योर चाइल्ड एंड लेट हिम एक्सप्लोर कि उसको वो खुद कितना करता है.
Probably, sometimes the parents are also evaluating the teacher because they are watching the video simultaneously.
All the time, as I told you, they are evaluating the teacher. अरे वो अच्छा नहीं पढ़ा रही, वो बेकार, अरे इसको ट्यूशन टीचर लगा दो. अरे why? As I told in the beginning, please stop doing that. If you are not liking the teacher, you can. I'm not saying don't do it. You can write a letter to the school authority, but do not say that in front of the child. So the typical helicopter parent is feeling that my child is me. So I take responsibility of my child. अरे 10 में से 9 क्यों मिले हैं, 10 में से 10 क्यों नहीं मिले? So in the long run the child will burn out. So be there for the child and tell the child, I am there at a safe distance. You give me a call and I am there, but don't just sit with the child.
Yeah, only just like you used to send your child to the campus, school campus, college campus, and then forget that for 7-8 hours. Once in a while you monitor, that's it.
There is an app, मैं बोलूं लिमिट आपको बता रही हूँ जो हो गई है. There is an app in US. I just saw Shark Tank. So I was amazed. मैंने 4-5 साल पहले जब देखा था तो मुझे लगा तो ये चलेगी नहीं. But there is an app, I don't remember the name now, where in pre-primary the parent can see every moment of the child. So they can see what the child is doing all the time. This is height of helicopter parenting. As a teacher, let me tell you, I want to share this experience. The teachers who have got their children in the same school, the growth of the child is affected. I remember कि मेरा बेटा अगर क्लास स्कूल में होता था, अगर वो असेंबली में ऐसे 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 करता था तो मैं घर आके बोलती थी, ठीक से खड़ा नहीं हुआ जाता तेरे को, हाँ, why were you not stand? So you are, other teachers could have commented, no, but why am I commenting over there? Because you stop remaining being a mother. So बच्चे बेचारे के ऊपर क्या हालत होती है, घर में भी माँ और स्कूल में भी माँ. तो अभी वही हालत आजकल के बच्चों का हुआ है कि वो माँ जो है वो उनको मुक्ति नहीं मिल रही है कि because all the time the parent, one of the parent, either the father or the mother is sitting on their heads and telling them what to do, what not to do. Let me tell you, it doesn't help in long run. So they will stop taking decisions on their own. They'll be dependent on you taking all decisions for them. Let them take some wrong decisions because they're small now. And then they will realize कि मैंने गलत decision लिया था. It's better I consult my parents or I consult my elders and then take decisions. So let child is a separate individual. Let them grow as a separate entity, not a part of it. As you have to cut the umbilical cord. That is very important. The sooner you cut, the better it is for the growth of the mental, physical growth of the child.
चलिए मैडम, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपसे बात करते हुए. तो फाइनली, बिफोर वी जस्ट वाइंड अप फॉर एवरीबॉडी, we would like you to mention something about the final set of advice for teachers and for students. First with teachers.
Teachers को क्या बोलूं अभी मैं?
बहुत सारी एडवाइस दे दी, but I think it's
हाँ, मुझे लग रहा है बहुत ज्यादा हेवी डोज मेरी टीचर्स को हो गई है.
बहुत सारा.
मैं यही बोलूंगी that there are 3 pillars of teaching. Is content, pedagogy and attitude. So whenever we take in teacher, when we interview a teacher, I only see attitude. Attitude अगर अच्छा है तो सब कुछ अच्छा है. So the change has come and this change is going to remain. So we take it positive. If we take it positively with a positive attitude, the change is going to remain. So it is not going to go back. It's like mobile अभी थोड़े दिन आए हैं तो वापस तो जाने वाले नहीं है ना. 2G से 3G, 3G से 4G, 4G से अभी 5G आ रहा है. तो वैसे ही टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ने वाली है. It is going to go progress in a positive. Now you take it positively or negatively, it depends on your attitude. So what I say, you are good in content, you will have to shift your pedagogy and with a positive attitude, what I would like to say. So keep your attitude positively and that will reflect if you are motivated, your learners also will be motivated, and it will reflect in your teaching or learning environment.
And the
I
final
want to thank them again because I'm very happy. Yeah. Because I first poll se mera mood acha ho gaya.
And the final set of advice to the students and parents who are on the show.
For the students, I will say कि grow up, take responsibility of your learning. मम्मी पापा को बेवकूफ बनाने से कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. At the end of the day, result आपका है. So बच्चे बहुत बार बोल देते हैं, अरे टीचर को पता ही नहीं चला, मैंने तो अटेंड ही नहीं किया. नुकसान किसका हो रहा है? आपका हो रहा है. So what I would say is take responsibility of your learning, set your goals, fix your time, make a timetable of your when will you get up, when will you have your fun, but have timetable for it. Itne ghante fun, itne ghante, have you set your goals is the first thing. Write something and put it there on your wall. You start thinking in that manner. You start getting affirmations. You keep giving yourself, start giving affirmations according to the goal, and you will reach it. So what you will do is set your goal, start working towards goal, do some more courses for your education if you have according to your goal, do some courses for your hobby, and help your parents at home. बहुत काम हो गया है. So that also I would like to say, because
right.
Please help your parents. Learn how to keep yourself tidy, keep your cupboards properly, keep your books properly. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Ritu, for being on our show. It was really nice. बहुत मजा आया आपके साथ बात करके. I'm sure the viewers also would have felt exactly the same thing. They would be benefiting a lot from your suggestions. Viewers, I suggest a suggestion from you. Dr. Ritu has mentioned lots of things, including names of certain tools, etc. So अगर आप वो note नहीं कर पाए हो, तो हमारा ये video जो है कुछ ही देर में शायद 24 घंटे.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, madam. Yes, we can.
So this is the tool. ICT tools in education. I am writing a book on this actually. So you see that these are so many for video editing. So many tools are there. About 6 tools are there. For screen capturing, you have got so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all easy tools which I have written. Then online whiteboards.
Yes,
whiteboard, Jamboard, Seatboard, concept board, Miro. So many tools are there. Then presentation tools are Prezi. Besides PPTs, Prezi, Clear Slide, Video, Slide Bean, Canva, Google Slide, and Powtoon. All these are there. These are all free, by the way. Then we have productivity tool, Google Docs, Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is very good. Please try it for puzzle making. Educreation and Slide Board. Then digital notes, as I said, you can take notes on this Evernote, OneNote, and Google Keep. Mind maps are excellent tools for recall, for teaching, for summarization, for formative assessment, and these are all mind map tools. Vocabulary learning, there are snappy words, word references, and graph word. Infographics are infographics are new things where information and pictures are combined together, and they are very useful for learning. So teachers can create their own infographics also using Canva, Piktochart, and Visme. Then we have video conferencing tools. We already know quizzes. Yeah, we use a lot of quizzes. See, so many 1 to 6 of them are listed here. I know at least 20 of them which you can use. Then learning management systems at school level we need not know, but assessment. All these tools are available for assessment too. Sorry, sir. Yeah.
कोई बात नहीं, हम समझ सकते हैं. You are actually very passionate and enthusiastic about your own subject, and I'm sure I really wish whenever the book comes out, I would like to be one of the first ones to go through this and become a better teacher. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, Dr. Ritu. Viewers, आपके लिए एक suggestion है. अगर आप ये सब नहीं देख पाए हो या कुछ नोट नहीं कर पाए हो जो suggestions मिसेस डॉक्टर रितु ने दिए, तो हमारा वीडियो 24 घंटे में लाइव हो जाता है यूट्यूब चैनल पे. आप वहां जा सकते हैं. You can see the channel. You can just subscribe to the channel. Go to the channel and see this video once it gets uploaded there. So thank you once again to everybody who's on the show, and we'll see you once again next week, same day, same time on Saturday, 12th September. As usual, every time we log up, we do a session at 7:30 p.m. India time. Thanks a lot, everyone, for being on our show. Good day, goodbye, and take care. Namaste.
Namaste.